Imagine waking up one day and realizing that every single thing in your life, your success, your failures, your relationships, your finances, has been silently shaped by a force you weren't even aware was in control. It wasn't your conscious effort alone. It wasn't just luck. It was the quiet, powerful, invisible script running in the background of your mind. The subconscious. Most people live their lives as prisoners to patterns they never chose. They dream of wealth but unconsciously believe money is hard to come by. They crave love but deep down feel unworthy of it. They chase success but carry an old limiting story that tells them they'll never be enough. And no matter how hard they work, no matter how much they try to think positively, they always seem to find themselves back where they started, stuck in the same cycle, wondering why nothing ever really changes. But here's the truth. Your subconscious mind is like the soil, and your beliefs are the seeds. If you plant weeds, you can't expect roses. If you let old, toxic narratives take root, they will shape your reality in ways you don't even recognize. The key is not just thinking differently, but rewiring the very foundation of what you believe to be true about yourself and the world. The mind is a powerful servant, but a terrible master. It will follow the instructions it has been given, whether they empower you or destroy you. If you were told as a child that you're not good enough, that life is a struggle, that people can't be trusted, those messages don't just fade with time. They embed themselves deep within you, shaping every decision, every opportunity, every relationship. But here's where everything changes. The subconscious isn't fixed, it's programmable. And just as it has been programmed with limitation, it can be reprogrammed with possibility. Every single day you have the choice to feed it new instructions. Every thought you allow, every word you speak, every image you visualize is a code you are writing into your system. Start telling yourself a new story. Instead of "I'll never be successful," tell yourself, "I am building success every day." Instead of "I'm unworthy of love," say, "I am deeply loved and valued." Instead of "life is hard," affirm, "life is working for me." It may feel uncomfortable at first. Your old programming will resist, but repetition is the language of the subconscious. What you tell yourself consistently, you eventually believe. And what you believe, you create. This is not just theory, this is science. Athletes use visualization to train their muscles before ever stepping on the field. Entrepreneurs see their success in their minds before they build their empires. Healers reframe their pain into power before they transform their lives. The ones who change their reality don't do it by chance, they do it by intention. So ask yourself, what is the story you're carrying? What beliefs are running your life? If you don't like the answers, rewrite them, speak them, feel them, live them, because once your subconscious aligns with what you desire, the world has no choice but to reflect it back to you. Your mind is your most powerful tool. Master it, and you master everything. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, every decision you make, it all stems from a force within you that operates silently yet powerfully. It is the subconscious mind, the architect of your reality, shaping your life in ways you may not even realize. You may believe you are in full control, consciously making choices and setting goals, but the truth is, your subconscious has been influencing your path long before you ever became aware of it. Think about the moments in your life where you felt like no matter how hard you tried, things just wouldn't change. Maybe you worked tirelessly for success, but every time you got close, something held you back. Maybe you longed for deep, meaningful relationships but found yourself attracting the same kind of people who hurt or disappointed you. Maybe you dreamed of abundance, but money always seemed to slip through your fingers. This is not coincidence, this is programming. The subconscious mind is like a recording that plays on repeat, guiding your actions, decisions, and reactions based on the beliefs imprinted on it over time. From the moment you were born, you absorbed messages from your environment, words spoken to you, experiences that shaped you, and patterns you observed in those around you. If you were told you weren't smart enough, if you saw struggle as the only way to survive, if you experienced rejection and attached it to your sense of worth, those imprints didn't just disappear, they became the foundation upon which your subconscious built your life. And without even knowing it, you began living out those beliefs as if they were the absolute truth. But here's what changes everything. The subconscious does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. It does not question whether a belief serves you or limits you. It simply accepts whatever it is repeatedly told. And this means you hold the power to change it. The mind can be rewired, reprogrammed, and reshaped to align with the life you desire. When you decide to break free from the old narratives and introduce new ones, when you choose to feed your subconscious with thoughts of empowerment, success, love, and abundance, you begin to shift your entire reality. Your mind starts searching for evidence of your new beliefs, your actions align with your intentions, and the universe responds in ways that once seemed impossible. This is not magic. This is the science of the mind. This is the power of awareness. If you want to transform your life, you must first transform the story playing in your subconscious. The patterns that have dictated your past do not have to define your future. The question is, are you ready to take control? Are you ready to plant new seeds, to replace limitation with possibility, to create from a place of power rather than passivity? Because the moment you decide, the moment you commit to reprogramming your subconscious, the entire course of your life begins to shift. The choice is yours. There comes a time when you have to ask yourself, why do I keep ending up in the same situations? Why do certain patterns repeat no matter how much I try to change? Why do I set goals with excitement only to sabotage myself before I even get close? The answer is not fate, not bad luck, not a lack of ability. It is the deep-seated programming of the subconscious mind. Every single one of us carries invisible beliefs that dictate the course of our lives. They were not chosen consciously, yet they shape our reality in the most profound ways. If you were told as a child that success is for other people, that love is conditional, that money is scarce, that you are not good enough, those messages became the foundation of your subconscious. And whether you realize it or not, they have been influencing every choice, every opportunity, every relationship you allow or push away. It is not that you don't want to change, it's that your subconscious is designed to protect the identity it believes to be true. If deep inside you hold the belief that you are not worthy of happiness, your mind will find ways to reinforce that belief. If you think success comes with struggle, you will unconsciously make things harder for yourself. If you believe people cannot be trusted, you will attract situations that prove you right. The mind does not give you what you want, it gives you what you expect. And this is why so many people feel stuck. They take conscious action but do not address the unconscious programming that resists change. They repeat affirmations, set goals, push themselves forward, but deep down, an old voice whispers, you are not meant for this. And because the subconscious mind operates in the background, most never realize that they are fighting against their own internal blueprint. But here's the powerful truth: beliefs can be changed. You do not have to remain trapped in patterns that do not serve you. Just as the subconscious absorbs those limiting beliefs, it can absorb new, empowering ones. The key is awareness. The moment you recognize that your struggles are not a reflection of your true potential, but of old programming, you take back your power. You begin to rewire your mind, to feed it new narratives, to break the cycle. Nothing outside of you is holding you back. It is the invisible script you have been following. And scripts can be rewritten. The life you dream of is not out of reach. It is simply waiting for you to believe in it. The moment you choose to change what you believe about yourself, you change everything. And when you do, you won't just see small shifts. You will witness an entirely new reality unfold before you. Your subconscious mind is not your enemy. It is not some unchangeable force that keeps you stuck in patterns of struggle and limitation. It is simply a program, a system that runs on the beliefs and experiences it has absorbed over time. And like any program, it can be rewritten. Imagine holding a glass filled with muddy water. No matter how much you shake it, stir it, or hope for it to clear, the water remains cloudy. But if you start pouring in clean water, slowly but consistently, something incredible happens. The dirt begins to dissolve, the water gets clearer, and soon the entire glass is filled with purity. This is exactly how reprogramming the subconscious mind works. You don't fight the old beliefs, you replace them with new ones. You don't force change, you introduce it until it becomes the new reality. The challenge is that most people don't realize how deeply ingrained their subconscious programming is. They say they want success, but secretly believe they are not worthy of it. They dream of love but hold on to past wounds that whisper you will be hurt again. They desire financial abundance but carry an internal story that says money is hard to earn. These beliefs are like walls, invisible yet powerful, keeping them from stepping fully into the life they desire. And until those walls are broken down, no amount of effort, strategy, or external change will create lasting transformation. But here is the beautiful truth: the subconscious mind does not argue, it does not decide whether a belief is right or wrong, good or bad. It simply accepts what it is fed over and over again. This means you have the power to rewrite the script of your life. Through repetition, visualization, and conscious intention, you can plant new seeds that grow into a new reality. Tell yourself every day, I am worthy, I am capable, I am enough. And at first your mind may resist, clinging to the old familiar stories. But the more you speak it, think it, feel it, the more your subconscious begins to accept it as truth. Reprogramming does not happen overnight, but it happens. The same way the mind learned to believe in limitation, it can learn to believe in abundance. The same way it accepted fear, it can embrace confidence. The same way it was conditioned to see struggle, it can be trained to see opportunity. The process requires commitment, but the reward is immeasurable. Because once your subconscious aligns with your desires, life begins to flow effortless. What once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. You do not have to be a prisoner to the past. You do not have to carry beliefs that were never yours to begin with. The power to reprogram your mind is in your hands, and with it, the power to create a reality beyond anything you have ever imagined. The question is, are you ready to take that first step? Because the moment you do, the world will shift in ways you never thought possible. Words are not just sounds, they are instructions to the subconscious mind. Every time you speak, you are sending signals to your brain about what you believe, what you expect, and what you will ultimately experience. And yet, most people go through life unaware of the power their words hold. They say things like, I'm always unlucky, I can't catch a break, I'm not good enough, money is hard to come by, relationships never work out for me. And then, without realizing it, they manifest exactly that. The subconscious mind does not differentiate between a joke, a passing comment, or a deeply held belief. It only hears repetition. It hears, I'm unlucky, and so it makes sure that opportunities slip through your fingers. It hears, I can't catch a break, and so it keeps you in a cycle of struggle. It hears, I'm not good enough, and so it creates situations where you continue to feel unworthy. And because the mind always seeks to prove itself right, you start finding evidence everywhere that reinforces those beliefs. But the moment you decide to change the way you speak, you change the way you think. And when you change the way you think, you rewire your subconscious mind. Instead of saying, I'm always struggling, say, I am learning and growing every day. Instead of, I never have enough money, say, abundance is finding its way to me. Instead of, I'm not good enough, say, I am becoming the best version of myself. These aren't just empty words, they are the new code you are writing into your subconscious. At first, your mind may resist. It may feel unnatural, even uncomfortable, because it has been conditioned to believe the old narrative. But remember, the subconscious accepts repetition. The more you affirm a new truth, the more it becomes ingrained, until one day it is no longer just something you say, it is something you believe. And when you believe it, you start to see it reflected in your life. This is how powerful you are. You are not just a passive observer in your reality, you are the creator of it. Every word you choose is a brushstroke on the canvas of your future. If you keep speaking limitation, you will continue to live in limitation. But if you start speaking abundance, love, and possibility, you will begin to experience a reality that aligns with those very words. So the question is, what kind of life are you creating with your words? Because whether you realize it or not, you are manifesting every single day. The choice is yours. Will you let your words work against you, or will you use them as a tool to reprogram your mind and create the life you truly desire? Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the life you truly desire. See yourself waking up in the morning feeling an overwhelming sense of joy, purpose, and fulfillment. Imagine living in abundance, surrounded by love, success, and opportunities flowing effortlessly into your life. Now ask yourself, do you truly believe this is possible for you? Or does a small voice in the back of your mind whisper, this is just a dream. This is not for me. Life doesn't work that way. That voice is not reality. That voice is conditioning. It is the old programming of your subconscious mind, built from years of doubts, fears, and limitations you have unknowingly absorbed. But here is what you must understand. The subconscious mind does not create based on what is real. It creates based on what it believes to be real. And this is where your power lies. If you want to manifest a new reality, you must train your subconscious to believe in that reality before it physically exists. This is not wishful thinking, this is science. The human brain cannot distinguish between an experience that is vividly imagined and one that has actually happened. Athletes use this principle all the time. Before they step onto the field, they visualize themselves winning, feeling every movement, every breath, every emotion as if it is already happening. Their muscles respond, their minds sharpen, and their bodies prepare for success before the game even begins. And when they finally compete, their subconscious is already wired for victory. This is how manifestation works. If you continuously see yourself as the person who struggles, who fails, who never quite reaches their goals, then that is the reality your subconscious will create. But the moment you begin to visualize yourself succeeding, achieving, thriving, your mind starts working in ways you never imagined. You begin to attract the right opportunities, make decisions that align with your highest potential, and take action with a confidence you never knew you had. But visualization alone is not enough. You must also believe it. If you affirm wealth but internally feel undeserving of it, your subconscious will resist. If you say you want love but secretly fear heartbreak, you will push it away. This is why reprogramming the subconscious requires more than just thoughts. It requires deep emotional belief. See yourself living the life you desire. Feel it. Experience it in your mind so vividly that your subconscious has no choice but to accept it as truth. And once it does, the universe will respond accordingly. The reality you seek is not outside of you, it is within you. It begins in your mind, in the images you hold, in the beliefs you carry. The greatest transformations in history did not happen because people waited for proof. They happened because people believed in something before it was visible. And you have the same power. If you can train your subconscious to see it, to feel it, to trust in it, then the world has no choice but to reflect it back to you. Your mind is the key, and the moment you unlock it, nothing will ever be out of reach. There is a moment in every person's life when they realize they are meant for more. A moment when the weight of old beliefs, past failures, and deep-seated fears no longer feel like an identity but like a choice. And in that moment, the question arises, do I continue living the same patterns, or do I step into the limitless power within me? The truth is, you have always had the ability to create the life you desire. It was never something outside of you, never dependent on luck, circumstances, or what others told you was possible. The power was always within your own mind, quietly shaping your reality through the beliefs you accepted, the words you spoke, and the thoughts you allowed to take root. And now you have a choice: to let your subconscious remain programmed by the past, or to take control and rewrite the narrative. Imagine what becomes possible when you release the limitations that have held you back. Imagine a life where you no longer sabotage your success, no longer question your worth, no longer fear stepping into your full potential. A life where your subconscious mind is no longer an obstacle but your greatest ally, working for you instead of against you. This is not a distant dream. This is a reality waiting for you the moment you decide to believe in it. But belief alone is not enough. You must act on it. You must wake up every day and speak words that align with your highest vision. You must train your mind to see opportunities instead of obstacles, to focus on abundance instead of lack, to embrace growth instead of fear. You must visualize, affirm, and embody the future you desire until your subconscious mind accepts it as truth. Because the moment it does, the world around you will begin to shift. People, circumstances, and possibilities will start aligning in ways you never imagined. This is not magic. This is the science of the mind. And the most incredible part, you don't need permission from anyone to start. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment, the right circumstances, or a sign from the universe. You are the sign. The fact that you are here, seeking change, feeling the pull towards something greater, is proof that you are ready. So now the only question that remains is, will you take control of your mind, or will you let your mind control you? Because the moment you choose to reprogram your subconscious, you choose to rewrite your destiny. And once you do, there will be no limits to what you can manifest, no barriers to what you can achieve. The life you dream of is not beyond your reach. It is waiting for you to believe in it. And the moment you do, everything changes.